ultimate endurance test for Red Nose Day. The team are TV and radio presenter Dermot O'Leary.
Hello and welcome to the X Factor final.
Queen of morning TV Lorraine Kelly.
Oh, I'm getting nervous now, I tell you. Getting very nervous.
Presenter and EastEnders actress Nadia Sawalha.
I know. You're terrified, aren't you?
Actress and Strictly winner Cara Toynton. X Factor sensation Ollie Murs. Radio 1's Scott Mills.
Scott, you look really scared.
I'm really scared.
And Radio 4's Peter White.
Good evening. Usually in our occasional series Blindness for Beginners.
Singer-songwriter Craig David. And comedy actress Ronnie Ancona.
We're never going to get a proper holiday ever. I'll never get to have purple wool braided in my hair or sit around a campfire with South Africans smoking a splint. All because of you and your stupid, rotten football tournament.
They've signed up for Comic Relief's toughest challenge yet.
We know we're going to be pulverised. We're all scared, aren't we?
I'm terrified.
100-kilometre desert trek.
I ain't gonna lie, this is really hard.
By day, they'll walk in excruciating heat.
I just don't think I could go any further. I really don't.
By night, they'll sleep rough in the desert surrounded by dangerous animals.
Out in the wild, anything can happen tonight.
But above all, they'll spend 5 days stretching their bodies and minds to the limit.
It ain't looking good now.
As they take on the Big Red Nose Desert Trek.
This is going to be a bumpy ride.
It's February 2011, and the trekkers are about to touch down in the most remote setting ever for a Comic Relief challenge.
I'm not sweating because it's really hot in here, it's just because I'm really nervous.
Now it's desert, real desert. I wouldn't say looking forward to or fun. Those have been removed from my vocab now. But it's going to be an amazing experience. Race.
They're flying into the baking desert region of northern Kenya, just above the equator. Their destination, the forbidding Kesut Desert. Their challenge, to trek for 100 kilometers in temperatures pushing 50 degrees centigrade, risking sunstroke, heat exhaustion, and dehydration.
How's the heat?
This is really hot.
This
is
very,
really hot.
very, very hot.
I'm glad there's a wind.
But it smells amazing.
It does, doesn't it?
Africa smells gorgeous.
This is the bizarrest moment of my life.
Just lovely.
Does this smell like when you wear Africa Lynx? Is this how it smells?
They've arrived straight from a harsh British winter with no time to acclimatise. Cara Toynton's only just finished a major UK tour.
I guess I'm just really tired, actually. Because for about 8 months now, I think I've had a couple of days off, and I got quite ill the other week. I will be absolutely devastated if I'm the weak link and I'm the one who doesn't make it to the end.
It's a lot hotter than Nairobi.
Scott Mills feels extra pressure to match the achievements of his Radio 1 colleagues.
Obviously, we're all here to raise awareness and raise money for Comic Relief, which is a brilliant thing. But I'm also aware that in the back of my mind, Fern Cotton and Chris Moyles have both raised a lot of money for Sport Relief and Comic Relief before. So, yeah, the challenge is on, really.
They're quite steep, aren't
They are quite steep.
Right.
The oldest member of the team faces a special challenge of his own.
Good evening.
Radio 4 broadcaster Peter White has been blind since birth. But like the rest of the group, he's had to pass a grueling physical assessment.
When you're blind, you're taking it, every step is into the unknown anyway. So it's not, that makes no difference whether it's Oxford Street or the North Kenyan desert.
This is a step into the unknown for all the team. They've no idea what they're about to take on. A briefing from Trek leader and survival expert Jed Healy does little to settle their nerves.
Right, snakes. First thing we're going to cover is snakes, all right? I know it's not some people's favourite animal. When the sun goes down, that's when these things start to emerge.
Jed is our kind of god for the week, so I guess he's going to be, you know, he's going to get fed up with us all, I'm sure.
So these things look quite benign, quite skinny, but they're actually really dangerous. They're territorial and they're aggressive and they will strike if you get anywhere near them. Okay, so if you see these things come up, you run. Okay, you leg it as fast as you can.
But vipers and cobras aren't the only concerns.
You come into a group like this and you think, is there going to be one person that's going to be a bit awkward, someone that's going to sort of aggravate you a little bit? I mean, it was one of them things I was worried about, I'm not going to lie.
We don't really know each other that well, so we've all been thrust into this. So far, everyone's getting on really well. I mean, ask me in 3 days' time, it might be a bit different, but from someone that's sort of, you know, worked on Big Brother for 7 years, I know how sort of claustrophobic these environments can be.
This thing is called a camel spider. If you see them, they literally rear up on their back two legs with their front pincers in the air, and they soak up.
I think the walk's going to be really difficult. I can see someone twisting over and hurting their ankle, and someone needs to slow down because they're getting dehydrated, and I think those problems are going to kick in when you're actually really walking.
If one of us gets bitten, first day, we're all going to be pretty like, oh my God. Then
Yeah,
yeah,
if one of us
exactly.
gets bitten first day, I'm out of it.
The day of reckoning arrives, and it's an early start.
The plan is we cover 20 kilometres today. And today, by all accounts, it's going to be relatively difficult because it's going to be
And it's
quite
the U.
undulating terrain, yeah.
We're heading towards the U.
Donkeys can carry the tents, but the trekkers are going to carry a lot of water themselves.
The problem is we can't quite understand how our backpacks become so
I feel
heavy.
like I'm carrying both my children in my backpack.
It's just, we
We
don't
haven't
quite
even
understand.
started yet.
We've got 100 Ks in 5 days, okay? And we're starting now, all right? So good luck, all the best. Off you go.
The team aren't being broken in gently. Lying between them and the desert is the small matter of the Ndoto mountain range. They're barely across the start line and facing a 400-meter climb. Those more at home in a TV studio will find it hard to keep up appearances here.
Because we are all in culture shock. This is so different from anything we know. I mean, this is one of the remotest deserts in the world.
Oh, jeez. My main fear has been the heat. You know, I'm not good in the heat. I go bright red. I'm like a fog warning lamp.
Obviously, we're doing this walk so people can see lots of lily-livered showbiz types being humiliated. But we're doing it all for a very, very good cause. Why else would I let the nation see my hair in its natural state?
Literally, if you put your stick down first to feel it, and then go across, you'll see that that's where we're at, yeah? So big step with your left.
Yeah.
And move, okay, perfect.
The thing is, Peter wants a really fast pace. And at the moment, obviously, you know, we don't know each other that well, and we're all sort of pussyfooting around him a little bit, but he doesn't want to be left behind. He wants to he wants to crack on.
In 5 areas now, so what we'll do is, can you take him from here to the top of this pass?
Yeah, yeah.
And then...
How long's that, about an hour?
About an hour from here.
Yeah, sure.
One more step and I'll put your hand here.
I have so much respect for the guy. This is a serious trek for me. I'm feeling it already. The terrain is just not built.
Yeah, that's exactly that.
For not being able to see.
Okay, so there's a rock here. Don't hit your head on it, to the left.
Right. Can you pull?
Sorry, Peter. My descriptions are absolutely shit.
Don't worry about it.
Whoa! Sorry, buddy. You all right? Sorry, Peter.
Get up there.
Woohoo! Look at this! It's amazing.
Well, that is impressive. It's impressive, no?
Oh, man,
that's what we're talking about.
Oh.
Is that our trek?
Yeah, round that.
Oh, that's where we're going. What?
Oh my God.
Where? Hey, look, we can see where we're going.
Oh, that is amazing, man.
Hey,
Towards that,
see.
you know that one middle mountain, that little middle mountain?
Probably halfway. That's sort of halfway. So
Good.
yeah.
That's quite a long way.
It's a bit wet.
So this afternoon we need to push on.
Hey, come on.
It's cool, live so pleasantly comfy, living this life of luxury. Lazy.
The team have still only covered 3 kilometres, leaving 12 more to go today. But everyone's coming down at a different pace, and they're starting to split up.
Do you know what we're slightly concerned about is that Nadia and I have been lost a couple of times and no one seems the slightest bit concerned.
We're really worried that people are actually trying to lose it.
The mercury's rising, and the team are getting dangerously spread out.
I have no idea where we are at all. There's just mountains all around us. It's pushing 38, 39 degrees.
Probably around about that, Scott.
Tell me where you're going.
And we are heading
going somewhere else
in this direction.
Are we just keeping going?
I think so.
By the time everyone catches up, they've slipped badly behind schedule. It's a poor start, and Jed isn't impressed.
We just stick together, guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what it's about. All
I
right?
like
We're
that.
working as a team. I know people are wanting to race ahead, and you know people are energetic and all the rest of it, but it's only day 1. Yeah. All right, by day 4, you'll wish we were all together. Okay, so.
The trekkers must press on. Their camp for the night will be next to the first village on their route. It will be a chance to meet some of the people who live in this remote area and to fulfill a very special purpose of the trek. The trek is not only a challenge, it's also raising money to fight preventable blindness and other sight problems in the area and across Africa. People in a region like this simply don't get the medical help that could save their sight, but the trek could change all that for the next generation.
Bob, what's going on, brother? Yeah. How you feeling? I'm okay, man.
The trekkers are joined by Bob, an expert on blindness from the charity Sight Savers, funded by Comic Relief.
This is a typical Rendile settlement, Manyatta. They even sleep with the little cows.
Right.
No, you are beautiful, aren't you? I'm quite scared, I'm sorry.
There's going to be a special mobile sight camp at the end of the trek where people from across the region will be diagnosed and treated. As they travel, the team are spreading the word about this life-changing project.
That's the important thing. We're not here to give them handouts. These are very proud people who've been here for thousands of years. It's just the simple little things health-wise that could just make their life so much different.
In a place where you have to raise animals to get by, becoming blind can completely destroy your ability to earn a living.
Okay, let's just go next to the.
I'm supposed to know about this stuff, but you still get shocks, like a man who'd lost his sight, and he said a lot of them would rather be dead than be blind. And for somebody coming from the UK, where there are opportunities for blind people, that's a very shocking thing to hear. And that kind of reminds you why we're here.